Greetings, fellow YouTubers. This is Hunt IronX, and today we're doing a video review on the Jada Toys Megaman 3 Megaman figure. The good old rock here is done in pretty faithful colors of the light blue and then the dark blue for other various parts, as well as really nice skin tone for the face. The blue has this kind of glossy sheen to it, but it also has like a painted white like glow on it. It's very, very interesting and really nice. But yeah, besides that, it is your basic Mega Man design. You got the helmet with like the tiny square and then big long strip, the little headphone thingies on the side. You know, your basic Mega Man design. Nothing too crazy, but the fun and craziness of the design comes in, you know, what the articulation is, because that's the whole point of an action figure, is the articulation. And that's what's the impressive and kind of interesting part about this figure. Before we get into the articulation of Mega Man, let's actually talk about the accessories, because you get a tiny bit. So you get a blast effect, little charge shot, and it, you know, on an articulated little stand, so you can adjust the base, move the arms around. It is a very, very soft, squishy plastic. It doesn't like squish physically in your hand because it is still dense enough, but like you can tell it's decently soft in your hand, pretty squishy. Not like squishy, but soft. You get the idea. It's soft plastic, so you don't hurt anything. You have that. You have the Mega Buster, of course. You always got to have it with a Mega Man. You can actually see the charge dial is painted in. This little blast hole. This is very easy to swap. You just go to his hand, and you rip off the lower forearm, and then you plug it back in, just like so. And now he's got the Buster ready to go. You get a set of two interchangeable hands, one left grip hand and then one right spread open hand, like so. And then lastly, you get a alternate angry expression. This one, just like the arm, very easy to do. The hands, you could already probably guess, you know how those work. But the head, you pop it off. You do got to use some strength. That ball joint is tough to pop off. And then you just pop that in, just like so. And now you got his angry little face. So, yeah. So, now that we have Mega Man's accessories all taken care of, now let's actually go through his articulation, because that's the fun and interesting part about this figure. So, at the head, you have a really big ball joint. Really big. As you probably saw when I swapped the head out, really big ball joint. And there is a hinge up in there, so if you get the right bend, you can get him to look up about yay high, and then down about that far. And of course it rotates. There's kind of a little bit of a joint at the base of the neck, but not much. At the shoulders, you get a hinge that goes out. Bend at the elbow. It's a single joint, but as you can see, the way the arm is shaped, it will go way past 90 degrees, or at least directly to 90 degrees. It feels a little more, but I don't know. I don't know my degree measurements or whatever. And the Mega Buster, you get just same thing, joint. It does bend a little deeper because there's not, you know, it's a different shape. Then at the hands, of course, you get a wrist hinge and a rotation. You have a ball joint at the waist, one at the top of the torso, one at the lower torso. So you get all kinds of motion there all the way around. Then at the leg, you have basic ball joints, so you get the leg to go forward, back, not so much, out, of course, a thigh swivel up in there, single jointed knee that can also just rotate at the boot, and then you have an ankle that goes, not really all that forward, but it does go pretty far back, and of course, pivot. So, simple, yet it's really good articulation. I've always said on the channel, when it comes to articulation, it's about the range, not the amount. Range will always be better than having the amount of articulation, because sure, you could have double jointed elbows and knees, but if they can't bend, you know, the length you would want them to bend, which is like all the way to the bicep or way past 90 degrees or whatever. What's the point, right? Having double joints. It's always about the range of motion, not the amount of articulation. So this Megaman proves it because, I mean, just look immediately. He's already in Oko pose. Didn't take that much effort, and he didn't need triple joints to accomplish it or whatever, right? So, yeah. Anyway, now let's move on to the size comparison. So for size comparison, here he is next to Maximum Series Spider-Man, who will most definitely be the next review, as well as my Kotobukiya Megaman X. So, you can see about 4 inches tall, which is about correct for a proper Megaman, if I'm not mistaken. If he was in 1/12 to 6-inch figure scale, he would be about that small. Proportionally, I don't know. I think this is going for more of like the accuracy of like the box art and stuff, as I think is what Jada Toys is going for, like kind of anime look. Where if you wanted something more realistic to how he did in like the later games or whatever, you'd probably want like the Kotobukiya or upcoming 3-4, not 3-4, this one. I'll put it up on the screen. My brain is blanking, but yeah, that one would probably a little closer if you want it. But if you want that anime proportion and look and style that's very reminiscent of those early games, this is the way to go. I like it a lot. So there you guys have it. That's my video review on the Jada Toys Mega Man 3 Mega Man. This is a really nice figure. It is super fun to mess around with. It's, you know, it's small, obviously, and that kind of deters people because of the price. But honestly, what you get is pretty well worth it, because you get neat and like usable accessories, which I'm all for, because I prefer when accessories are actually usable and not a pile of hands I'm never going to use, right? Very nice. And it's like, it feels good. It's nice. It's weighty. It's fun to fidget with. And it's just such a nice little guy. I highly recommend it. I just can't get enough of it. So if you enjoyed this review, give it a like. Check out my other videos, as well as subscribe to the channel, and check out my social medias in the description down below. And until next time, you guys, peace.